Hi everyone, Matt Stuart here with Coldwell Banker Ronan Realty, here to talk to you about the September 2022 market stats. I'm going to go over all the areas that I cover, and at the very end I'm going to give you my takeaway and maybe a little bit of predictions what I think is going to happen through the rest of the fall and into the new year. As we look over to Oro, we saw the average purchase price drop by 5.4%. That's on a month-over-month basis from August to September. August was sitting at 962,000. And then September we're sitting around 910,000. Again, that's staying pretty consistently, a $50,000 change in that market. It's not a huge gap because there are larger properties that can definitely influence our month-over-month pricing. We saw 55 new listings in August and we saw 68 in September. Really good sign because that area typically has a lot of low inventory because there's smaller pockets there. Not as many homes do come for sale in Oro. So it's good to see that little jump up in inventory. And then in terms of sales, there were 17 in August and there was 18 in September. So numbers staying pretty consistent there, a little bit of good jump in inventory, and then the price is softening a bit. Good for buyers in that area. Still a good market for sellers. Prices are going to be up on a year-over-year basis, but trying to track the month over month, this is a good progression. This is a good softening for that area for buyers to get in, as well as still a good position for sellers to capitalize on your investment if you've been there for 3, 5, 10 years. Thanks for tuning in to my market stats for 2022 in September. My takeaway from what we're seeing in the stats from last month, we're starting to see some consistency in the market. Things are starting to balance out as buyers and sellers are both starting to be accustomed to the new normal, which is, again, higher interest rates, inventory levels are starting to increase. But as you've seen through the statistics, some of the markets there, we saw increases in price, we saw decreases in price, we saw increases in inventory, and we saw decreases in inventory. So I want everyone to keep in mind that each market is definitely different. There's some good deals that can be had in this market for buyers, and there's some good sale prices to be taken advantage of from sellers. So if you do have questions about the market in your own specific area, feel free to reach out to me. All my contact details are below. And like my prediction for the fall going into the winter is we're gonna see the number of sales start to decline as we get closer to winter, but we're gonna see some consistency finally in terms of pricing, which means that for buyers, there's going to be some good deals, and sellers, you're going to start to get some consistency in the numbers in the sales of homes. So that's my takeaway for what's going to happen going into the fall and winter. Thank you again for tuning in. If you have any questions or want to chat about real estate, all my contact details are below. Thanks for tuning in.